Namaste and welcome. This practice is inspired by the Sanskrit word tapas, and tapas is the word for discipline. Now, I have kind of a love-hate relationship with the word discipline, but it is something that is required, it is necessary to move us out of complacency and into action to really live the fullest life and the best version of ourselves. And so tapas in Sanskrit is a word that it literally means like to rub or to burn. And it's when there's kind of a friction that builds heat. And heat and fire is the energy of transformation. And so we create this rub, this kind of burn, and this heat purifies the body, but it also helps to purify the mind. In classical yoga, the Yoga Sutras talk about pranayama as the highest form of tapas because it's through some of the breathing practices that we can actually start to burn the veils of illusion that block the inner light. So let's practice to build our discipline, to build the power of tapas, to help reveal the inner light. You can bring your hands together to heart center, to Anjali Mudra, to a gesture of offering. And we'll open by singing the mantra Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. And this is a way of just honoring and thanking all of the gurus, all of the teachers, and the lineages of yoga. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Twice more. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. And then reach your arms up and wide into a wide V. Make little cups with your hands to help cup the energy of grace that descends, and we'll start with some pranayama, the highest form of tapas. So sharp, short exhalations through the nose, and let your inhales occur naturally. It's a form of kapalabhati, skull shining breath. And keep going, pumping the navel. You don't want to do this breath if you're pregnant or have high blood pressure or glaucoma. In that case, you can breathe ujjayi. Otherwise, continue to pump the belly back. Five, four, three, 2, 1. Inhale deeply, reach your arms fully overhead. Interlock your fingers, index fingers up. And as you exhale, slowly draw your hands right back down and through your heart. Hands to lap for a full breath in and a full breath out. Full inhale. And a full exhalation. You close your index finger to the thumb, chin mudra, a seal of consciousness, and another round of kapalabhati as you're ready. And keep going, right? Short, sharp exhalations. Right, building the heat, building the tapas, building the power to purify, to burn through the veils of illusion that block us from the inner light. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale deeply. Hold the air in at the very top. Slowly exhale. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath all the way out. And then you can open up your eyes and make your way to your hands and your knees. Come to all fours. And as you come onto your hands and your knees, separate your fingers. Make your wrists parallel to the short side of your mat. Press into your finger pads strongly so the hands are clear, strong connection to the floor. And then tuck your toes and pull your low belly in so the front body lifts up. Pick your knees up and hover them off the ground. It's pull your hands and your legs energetically together so you can feel a little warmth start to build through your legs all the way up into the center of your body. And then keep your knees bent generously. Reach your hips up, coming into tiger dog. Tiger dog is a form of downward facing dog with the heels up, the knees bent, and claw the floor like tiger paws. And start to breathe, Ujjayi Pranayama. So now it's in and out through your nose with a gentle tone to the back of your throat. Use your legs and inhale, sort of pounce forward, high plank. Exhale, bend your knees, lift your hips up to down dog. Inhale, pull through high plank. And exhale back to downward facing dog. One more time, inhale, Palakasana, plank pose. Exhale, hips up, hips back to down dog. Bring your knees to the ground and then reach your right leg straight back. Roll your right thigh internally, take your left arm out in front of you. Bird dog. So elongate through your left arm, through your right leg. Take a huge inhale and exhale, coil in, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, reach long, and exhale, draw it in, elbow to knee. Again, inhale, reach it out, and exhale, pull it in. Feel the strength of your front body. And this time, inhale, reach long. Keep your right leg elevated, but lower your left hand to the floor. Pivot and ground your right foot in line with your left shin, right arm to the sky. A modified form of Vashisthasana. Keep the squeeze, the tiger paw with your left hand. Reach your right arm long over your ear. Take a nice full breath to open up the side of your body. And as you exhale, hands down, both knees down. Inhale, lift your heart to cow spine. And exhale, round to a cat. Inhale, open up to cow. Exhale to cat. Just moving with your breath. One more time. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale to cat. And then lengthen your left leg back, your right arm forward, bird dog. Charge your body. So part of the discipline is a full participation. Hug muscle to bone. Exhale, pull your elbow and knee together. Inhale, get the length. Again, exhale, contract, pull it in. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, elbow to knee. Lift and tone your belly. And then reach your left leg out, right arm forward. And take your right hand to the mat. Pivot so you're in the kneeling form of Vashisthasana. We're being visited by Georgie, the whippet. Reach your left arm over your ear. So we're in Vashi. Get a nice big opening to the whole side of your body. And then hold your right shoulder bone back. Enjoy another deep inhale. And exhale, bring your hands down, knees down. Tuck your toes and lift up again to downward facing dog. Really connect to the flow of Ujjayi Pranayama. Deep and steady breathing through your nose. So tapas is the word as a verb. It means to shine. It means to purify. It means to change. It means to transform. And it's the word that comes to be used for our discipline of spiritual practice. We need tapas to wake us up to the fullness of life. From dog pose, turn all of your toes to the right side. So your heels go left, your toes go right. And then bend your knees, reach back with your pelvis. Keep all your toes pointing to the right side and inhale, come forward to plank pose. Shoulders over wrist, your legs are in this lateral shape. Go back to dog pose, bend your knees, lift your hips. Inhale, pull it into plank pose, all toes to the right side. One more time, bend your knees. Sorry for the dog distractions. And then back to the plank. Keeping your legs stacked, or staggered rather, float your right arm up. So now we're in a Vashisthasana form with the feet staggered. Take a huge inhale, and as you exhale, lift your right knee, tap it onto your right elbow, so connect elbow to knee. And then reach your right hand to the sky and walk your right foot forward. Lower your left knee, inhale, lift up, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Pull your feet toward each other energetically, let your pelvis descend, and then lift and tone your navel, rise up through your heart. Start to reach your hands forward, and then graze your fingertips back. Straighten your front knee, come into a half split without using your hands, hovering half Hanuman. Hug muscle to bone, strong, active, engaged legs. Rebend your front knee, lift your arms, lift your left knee, high lunge all the way up. Pull your feet together, heavy the pelvis. Use your breath to lift and elevate the whole rib cage up away from your hips. And keep pushing down into your right foot. And as you exhale, draw hands to heart, lift your left knee up into your chest. Half mountain, half Tadasana. Flex your left foot, and then bring your ankle above your right knee and move your hips back, coming into a figure four. You can balance your elbows on your left shin. Take a couple big breaths here, just opening up, warming up the outer hips. Anchor down into your standing leg, and as you inhale, rise again, lift left knee to your chest. Slowly step your left toes to the back, crescent pose, reach it up. As you exhale, twist, left elbow over your right leg. So it's revolved, side angle, Parivrtta Parsvakonasana. Push down with your right big toe. Strongly push left arm and right knee together, and then turn and twist open. Squeeze your back, inner thighs, the left leg is fully awake. We're going to move through starlight pose just as a passage. So push into your right foot. Inhale, unwind, open up starlight. And right away, turn your left toes out. Descend your hips, come into Skandasana at the back of your mat. Left knee is bent. Right, strong, straight right leg. Right, firm the inner upper thigh. And stay for another breath here. You can always bring your hands to your mat for more support. And then root down into the power of your left foot. Lift up and transition to the front of your mat. Set your feet up for side angle pose. And bring your right fingertips to your block or to the floor. Lift your left arm up. And Parsvakonasana. Pull your feet toward each other energetically so you feel the connection between your legs. Simultaneously push the tops of your thighs back and apart. Into that expanse, scoop your right hip. Lengthen your left arm all the way over your head. Side angle. Enjoy your breathing here as you stretch and open through your side waist. And then gaze down, hands down, lift your left heel and step your left foot forward. We're coming to an active squat. It's like malasana, but the hips are higher, the torso is higher, arms in front of you. Okay, push your heels away from each other. Really firm here through the glutes. Inhale, stand up and pull your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach, arms to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. As you exhale, pull your hands to your heart, bend your knees, descend into the active squat. Then look forward, set your hands down, squeeze the floor. You can step back or hop back to Chaturanga, low push-up position. Inhale, push up, high plank pose. Exhale, lower Chaturanga. Inhale to Cobra or an upward facing dog. Right, root down through your hands as you lift your heart center. Exhale, pull your hips up into downward facing dog. Connect to the flow of your breath. Part of the discipline of tapas is not just a physical discipline, it's a mental discipline. Can you bring your awareness to a central flow, to a focal point? Turn all of your toes to the left side. Bend your knees generously. So it's a little kind of sideways twisting downward facing dog. And then as you inhale, come into a high plank pose, keeping your toes to the left. Again, go back into the down dog form with your toes to the left. Bend your knees a lot. Inhale, pull into plank. Squeeze your inner upper thighs. Exhale, go back. Inhale to the sideways plank, and this time lift your left arm up. So it's a form of Vashisthasana. Curl shoulders back. Start to cactus your left elbow. Pull your left knee up to tap your left arm. Okay, find your strength and then step your left toes forward. Lower your back knee. Lift up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Okay, settle into the flow of your breath. Take another big inhale, elevate up through your spine, and exhale. Start to sweep your arms back. Straighten your left knees. It's a hovering half split. Make your legs active and strong. There's a discipline of muscle energy, a continual flow of engagement throughout the legs. Bend your front knee, lift your back knee, come up, high crescent pose all the way up. Take a huge inhalation. As you exhale, pull your hands to your heart and draw right knee up into your chest, half mountain. Flex your right foot, find your balance. Cross your ankle above your left knee as you move your hips back into a standing figure four. And really spread through your toes. The activation of the toes will help the balance. It also brings more stability to the knees. Anchor through your left foot. Inhale, rise up, right knee to chest. Then we slowly move it back and step your toes to the floor for crescent lunge. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, twist, right arm over your left leg. Parivrtta, which means revolved side angle. Push arm and knee together. Keep churning. Right, move your right ribs around. Right, keep connecting to your breath, using the breath to move through the layers of lethargy, complacency, anything that clouds us, that veils us from the truth, from the potential of who we are. Right, push into your left foot. Inhale, open this up into starlight pose. Widen your arms. Exhale, turn your right toes out. Bend your knee, descend Skandasana at the back of your mat. Right, firm your inner thighs. So it's activated. There's nothing passive. With or without the help of your hands, transition to your left leg for side angle. Adjust your feet. Reach your arm up and all the way over your ear. Utthita Parshvakonasana. And keep connecting left arm to left leg. Turn your belly and heart open. Enjoy a big inhale. Exhale, hands down. Lift your right heel. We're stepping forward to this high malasana form, active squat. Bend knees, arms forward. Push your heels apart. Inhale, stand, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach, hands to the sky. Exhale, pull your hands to your heart. Bend your knees lower to the squat. Set your hands. We're going to step or jump through chaturanga all the way back. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Okay, turn your toes to the right, your heels to the left. Bend your knees, sideways dog pose. Inhale to the sideways plank pose. Okay, pull your right arm up in the air. And as you exhale, pull right elbow, right knee together. Step your right foot forward, lower your left knee. Just flowing on your breath. Anjaneyasana, rise up. Exhale, hovering half split, pull it back. Inhale, bend your knee, rise to high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart, lift left knee up into your chest. Cross ankle to opposite knee, move the inner thighs and groins back, hovering figure four. And then inhale, rise again. And as you exhale, this time come to warrior three. So bend your right knee, Reach your left leg back, keeping the hands at heart center. Right, stay connected to your breath. Tapas, the discipline requires effort and focus, but it's for the power of positive change. Right, slowly take your left toes to the back of your mat. Inhale, find crescent lunge all the way up. Exhale, revolve it. Left elbow over your right thigh. Parivrtta Parshva Konasana. Root into your right foot. Inhale, move up into starlight pose, unwind. Exhale, turn your left toes out, bend your knees and descend to Skandasana. Right, trust your legs, stay in your breath. Come into the right leg for side angle pose. Adjust your feet, reach your left arm long. Exhale, hands down, lift your left heel. Step left foot forward, active squat. Bend knees, lower your hips, arms out. Inhale, stand, hands to heart. Okay, please rise up, arms to the sky. Root through your legs, elevate your heart. Exhale, pull your hands through your hips, bend your knees, moving once more through this active squat. And then take your hands to the floor, trust your hands, squeeze like tiger paws, and jump, chaturanga. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, stay with it. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Turn your toes to your left, heels to the right. Bend your knees. You get a big opening to the side of the body here. And then inhale to the sideways plank form. With your feet staggered, float your left hand up. Find the strength through the right arm. And as you exhale, bend left elbow, left knee, tap them together. And slowly take your left toes to the front of your mat. Lower your right leg. Inhale to Anjaneyasana. Just finding the flow on the breath. Exhale, hovering half split. Inhale to a high crescent lunge. Move with your breath. Exhale, hands to heart. Draw your right knee up into your chest. Cross ankle to opposite knee. Move your inner thighs back. Then plug your left foot down to the earth. Inhale, rise up, knee to chest. And slowly we take this to warrior three. I'm a big fan of warrior three with the standing knee bend. So you can try it like that. Okay, really activate your straight leg, your top leg. Tone the hamstrings, the glutes, roll your thigh internally. And now step your toes to the back of your mat. Find your inhale as you rise, crescent lunge. Exhale, revolve it, right arm over your front thigh. Okay, trust yourself, plug down with your left big toe. And inhale, unwind through starlight, widen your arms. Exhale as you turn the right toes out, descend Skandasana. Here we go. Come to the front of your mat for side angle, last one. Reach long with your right side, turn your heart to the sky. And then exhale, hands down, lift your right heel, walk your right foot forward. And this time, come into a passive squat or a malasana form. So just descend your hips down, bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment to really feel what's happening, the heat that's generating. The heat is the goal. The heat is part of tapas. This is what tapas generates. Tapas is the generator for our discernment, for our tejas. It's that helps to create better choices, which leads to more immunity, more longevity, our ojas. And it helps to ultimately protect our life force energy, our prana. And so we need the tapas, we need the discipline. Gently sit down, okay, and bring your knees together. And flare your toes, and then hold right behind your hamstrings. Pick your legs up, so it's a bent knee form of Navasana, boat. Reach your arms out. Look at your toes, make your toes super alert, like smart feet. Big toes together, pull fourth and fifth toe back until you feel your outer shins wake up. Okay, and then lower halfway back, half boat. Squeeze your thighs in, roll your legs in, Ardha Navasana. Inhale, back up into the boat, bend your knees. Exhale, go low, Ardha Malasana. Oh, it's hard to talk here. Inhale, come up. Again, go low. Inhale, rise up. Bring your palms together, stay in boat, and reach your arms over to the right side. Inhale to the center, and exhale over to your left side. Inhale to your center. One more, go low, Ardha Malasana. Hold it, keep breathing. Pull front ribs in, pull the whole abdominal wall in. Inhale, come up, and then bend your knees, ground your feet. Hug your shins as you just sit up nice and tall for your spine. Hold your feet, open your knees like Baddha Konasana just for a moment. I think it feels nice after the boats. And then bring your knees back up. So this time, keep your hands behind you, up on your fingertips. Lean back a little bit, lift up through your heart. Pull your feet up, join the inner edges of your feet. Flare fourth and fifth toe back. Open your knees, but try not to sickle your feet. Keep the big sides of the big toes touching. Knees towards your shoulders. Push your arms forward, and then squeeze your knees up into your armpits. A little seated form of Bakasana. We're gonna rock and roll back to a plow, and rock up to feet, then hands into Bakasana. It'll make sense as we do it. Make sure nothing's behind you. And here we go. Rock back, tap your toes over your head, rock up to your feet, then your hands, and right away Bakasana. So set your knees up on the shelf of your arms, squeeze the inner edges of your feet together, flare your fourth and fifth toes, pull your belly in, and then slowly lower your toes, heels, chair pose, hips heavy, reach right up, Utkatasana. Another deep breath in Utkatasana. And then reach your hips back, hands forward, slowly, slowly, slowly keep lowering down. Sit down. One more time, let's rock and roll. Rock it back, tap your toes, rock forward, land your feet, then land your hands, and right away, knees to upper arms. Big toes can stay on the floor, or squeeze the inner edges of your feet together and lift your heels up. Contract your hamstrings. Set your toes down, heels down, come right into Utkatasana, chair pose. And then reach your hands back like wings, shoulders back, lift your heels up. Just fanning some of these flames. Heels down, inhale, Utkatasana, arms up. Exhale, pulse it back. Heels lift. One more time, ground your heels, lift your arms to chair. Exhale, float your arms back, lift your heels up. Stay on your tiptoes, or to stand all the way up. Squeeze your inner legs together, reach your hands to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale, descend your heels and move your hands to heart center. Mountain, relax your arms. Find your breath. Inhale, Urdhva gaze up. Exhale, follow the breath, Uttanasana, all the way down. Inhale, find that halfway lift. And as you exhale, step back. One more vinyasa. In your own rhythm, go chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Float your right leg to the sky. And as you exhale, bend your right knee, open up now through your hip. Then take your leg high, roll it internally, and slowly draw your knee up towards your nose, round your spine. Inhale, push the right leg to the sky. Exhale, draw your knee across towards your opposite arm, ground your left heel, and reach your right foot all the way over for fallen triangle. So ground your outer foot, elevate your hips, and just start to open up here.
Keep your right shoulder back and strong. Then if you want a little bit more kind of fire here, squeeze your right inner thigh and maybe elevate your foot, hover it all the way off the ground. Just an option. You bring your left hand down. Let's all take the right leg to the sky. And then right knee towards your right upper arm. And step your foot outside of your hand. Lower your left knee down. Take a quad stretch, twisted monkey lunge. Bring your right hand to your thigh, start to twist to the right. Lift your back foot. Try to hold it with your hand. You can also use a strap if you need one, or a block below your left hand. And I'm down on my left elbow, it's also a possibility. Slow the breathing down a little bit. Really direct the breath into places that feel staticky or tight inside. And then release your back foot. Climb on up, and please come to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. As you exhale, bend your left knee, find the opening up of your hip. Then reach your leg up, roll it in, and exhale, knee to nose, contract. Inhale and expand, left leg up. Exhale, draw it over towards your opposite arm, and then pivot your back foot down. Reach your left leg to the right side for a fallen triangle. And it feels really nice to just ground your foot, open up here through the chest, make it a little back bend. If you want more kind of power here, then squeeze your left leg and lift your foot off the ground. Then take the right hand down and lift left leg up in the air. Ekapada and Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, bring your left knee towards your left arm and walk your foot outside of your hand. Lower your back knee. Twisted monkey lunge, Parvrita Anjaneyasana. So take the form that serves you best, just to get a little space and opening through the quads. Okay, tapas is a spiritual discipline. Okay, there are times, sometimes days or weeks or even seasons where we don't feel like practicing. We don't feel like meditating. We don't feel like being in relationship with much. And the tapas is like the discipline to show up anyway. And we got to show up and keep moving the energy, right? Moving the breath, moving our bodies, breaking through ways that we're complacent and stuck so that we can continue to grow. We can continue to polish the mirror of the heart to really reveal the light within. Enjoy another deep breath. And then release your back leg. Come on up and please step into downward facing dog. Stretch everything out. Inhale to a plank position. And exhale, knees down, hips back. Find child's pose, balasana. You bring your hands to a prayer in child's pose, and then bend your elbows and lift the prayer to the back of your skull. And just take a few moments to really offer. We make offerings, we build the heat, we place our effort, our discipline, and then we offer it all up. May it serve our greatest transformation, our greatest evolution. Release your hands and slowly come all the way up. You can shift to lie down on your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Just give yourself a big squeeze. And from here, we'll stretch the legs out long and come to rest. Like Shavasana. As you come to rest, soften your belly. Soften your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Really let your body release effort. Relax the effort of your breathing. rest in stillness to fully absorb the benefits, the energy that you've cultivated through your tapas, through your discipline on this day. And I'll leave you to rest as long as you wish. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.